Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cornerstone, our new Extra Life D&D campaign. We're going to be running it for a little while. These are my peeps. I'm going to have them introduce themselves here in a minute. I am Dungeon Mom Theta. I am DMing this very interesting group of individuals. And we'll go with the person right below me and start with Rose.
Hey everyone, my name is Rose, and tonight I'm going to be playing Ellis. She is a elf bard, as you can see, and I'm really excited to play her. It's a class I've always wanted to play since like a long time ago. I've not played one in years, so back in the saddle. Here we go.
All right. Right next to her, we have Joseph Timmis.
Hi, yeah, that's me. I'm Joe. I am going to be playing Luca. What did I go with? Druid.
Know your class 101. Let's do this.
Know your class, know what you do.
I think I had like 5 different class choices. I landed on Druid, so I'm playing a Druid.
All right, and leaves us last but not least, Sakrane, right next to me / above Joe.
Yeah, hello, I'm Sakrane from the Nerd Asylum, and I'm playing Vas, a mighty, tall, and strong barbarian.
He's a kobold. You should tell them that.
Mighty, strong, and tall barbarian.
All right. Well, as part of Cornerstone, you guys have been briefly introduced to each other, just told each other's names and then told to go home and come back in a couple of days by your new employer, Hattie Nottingham, and her pet beetle, Barnabas. The inside of Cornerstone is akin to a very rundown shop. There is a table with 3 or 4 chairs at it in the corner, and there is a bar top. There are no chairs in front of this bar top. It's just it used to be a regular shop, but she's taken out all of the cabinets and the shelving units. It's very bare bones. And she's back behind the counter, just kind of playing with the beetle. She seems to be waiting. But she has assured you that we do have a client coming in today. I just don't know when they're coming. So hang out, and when they get here, you'll have a job. In the meantime,
Sounds
mingle.
Good. I think we are already there, right? Like just
Yeah.
hanging in this massively empty area.
Yeah.
And
Sakrine,
second-
I'm going to have you actually do our first roll. You have to roll me that D10 we talked about.
oh,
First roll of the game.
Oh yeah, D&D Beyond. I don't need them. I'm pulling it like as if I was an NA by night. D10.
Shame. What did you get, Sakrine? A 1?
Yep, I won.
Roll a D6.
Oh my god.
It was a D6. And I
know
didn't
it was a
save what we
D6.
talked about, so I have to scroll back up here.
Yes, same. It's a 2, so that would be.
Okay.
Oh. Mhm.
Don't say anything.
No, I'm not saying anything. My second question. To evade about this mysterious role. In which city are we starting? Where are
Oh,
we? What's
sorry. We are starting in Baldur's Gate in the Sword Coast. You guys have been here for at least a couple of years. However long you want to have been here is up to you, but it has been at least a couple of years. Dear God, Sakrine, we talk a lot.
I can tell you exactly what is the thing.
Just PM it to me.
Yeah. You don't worry. I got it.
To present. Okay.
Hi, Elias.
Hey Luca.
I brought some snacks. Do you want some?
Ooh, what kind of snacks you got?
Almonds. They're my fruit
Almonds. Nice.
Here, you can have this pouch. Mom packed me extras.
Got you extra. Your mom's the best.
I know, right?
And for everybody else in the stream, this version of Baldur's Gate is famous for its almond collection of trees. Its grove just outside of town. It is a 2-mile in diameter grove that has a bunch of people working it, and it is a major export for this city. But you either work there or you buy them. So
Oh, I don't work there. But I didn't buy them either.
I sure as heck don't work there.
What do you do?
She has sort of the loot on her hip and then just like, plucks it in a nice little stream. Then, hey,
You're a rock star.
I wish. Close. The real rock stars are those other older silver-haired elves. And it's just us blonde ones. We gotta work up there. You don't take you seriously unless you got silver hair. You know what I mean?
No,
Eh.
I've never seen a silver-haired elf.
They're pretty neat. Kind of overrated. Not gonna lie.
So while you guys are talking, the kobold that is sitting next to you, his left leg just pops off and thunks onto the ground and then magically starts disintegrating.
Is
at
it
some
rude
point
to
we
say
should-
something about that?
Dude, your leg.
Should at some point we describe also our characters. As, the kobold. Let's start with the one that just lost a part of him.
Oh, that sounds like a song. Piece of my body just fell off and disintegrated. Where'd it go?
The kobold, like a small sized kobold, a bit above the reddish color-ish, just looks down. Ah, shit.
He then said, ah, shit.
Language.
Why? Your mom's not here?
But she'll know.
You're not
Yeah.
my mom. All right.
Eyes in the back of her head and ears just everywhere.
Let me do something. He opens his backpack and pulls out a crutch. He just keeps it next to him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just don't mind the lay. Just walk. I'm just gonna walk it off.
Hey, is that what happened to, like, your arm? 'Cause I swear you were missing an arm last time.
Am I missing an arm right now?
I mean, it probably grew back.
No. Did you use your leg to replace your arm? Can you swap your body parts? That's really cool. How do you do that?
Everybody can do it.
Really? Hey, Ellie, chop off my arm.
I can do it.
No, we're
We're
not
the great
chopping
sword.
off limbs
But
here.
it'll be fine. It'll grow back.
We're not chopping off limbs here.
It's gonna be a great lesson for a kill here.
Okay.
I
Is there
am
any way I
not
can do like an intelligence
child.
check to figure out that this is not going to work?
At this exact point in time, an elderly woman comes in and looks over to you and looks over at Hattie, who gestures to your group and says, "Perfect. You guys are going to be perfect." Well, wait. Are you missing? Are you okay?
Oh, you just don't mind me. I'm just gonna walk it off.
Apparently, everyone can do this.
No.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, you were gonna chop mine off.
Ah, baby. Very good lesson for you to grow up.
I'm not a child.
You look like a child. Hattie, are you sure these are adventurers? They look... No offense. You know what? This is my last chance. I need you guys to do me the world's biggest favor and escort my son, Thump, through the woods. Though he doesn't believe it, he is in desperate need of an escort, as the woods can be dangerous. I just need you to pretend that you need him as a guide. And
Gotcha.
just appease him, and I will pay you each 75 gold.
Oh, really?
Huh.
We have.
Oh, remind me. I'm gonna take a sweet tour of this forest here. Where we go for this, kiddo?
I'm really not sure I can get on board with stroking the male ego at this point.
I can.
Listen, just when you're just down your luck, you get kicked off. You just gotta take whatever comes your direction. So yeah, just go and pretend.
Oh, play pretend. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pretend we're trying to go to where exactly are we going?
Just let him escort you through the woods that are nearby. It's not even a big enough forest to be named. It's just like a small section of woods.
Can we start by going over the river?
Then through the woods.
I mean,
Then to grandmother's house we go.
okay. Hattie, are you sure these are competent adventurers? I really don't want my son dying.
I'm a bard. It's a song. Let's just go before you have
It's
any
my
more time to
first
question it.
Do you look this guns over here? I can protect him. Just
You're
I-
Oh, yeah. Gun show over here. Boom, boom. Firepower. Now.
what have I gotten myself into?
If those are guns, they must be pellet. Airsoft?
I'm gonna grab the if I have a mug. Is there any mugs in this place? It's
Nope.
just
There are no mugs. It's literally just a table for you guys to sit at while you're waiting for a job to come. There's not even a board with jobs on it. It's just Hattie told you this lady was coming in.
what can I throw at him?
You could throw the table, but I mean, we're on it.
No.
All right. Well, I guess this is the best I'm going to get. So I've already offered you your payment. If you want to meet Thump at the outskirts of the town, of the city, then he will escort you through the woods that are right there and come home. Yes,
All
over
right.
the river first. It is on the other side of the river.
What
That-
does Thump look like?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I don't want to go through town screaming Thump, Thump. People might get the wrong impression.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
He is a average-sized dwarf. I've adopted him because the mother that you've been talking to is human. But adoption doesn't take away from the fact that I still consider him my son. So,
Oh, absolutely. Family's family.
yeah. He's just family I got to pick.
Yeah.
He has a long... And it's a long black beard that has some braids in the front. He's not the smartest. But I would really appreciate you guys doing this for me. He'll be dressed in just some leather armor.
Armor, black beard, not the smartest dwarf. Gotcha.
Cool.
He has a hat with a big long feather in it too.
Ooh, fancy.
He says it so people can see him easier when he's guiding them through the forest.
I was gonna say he'll stand out.
I understand the trouble.
You're small.
Well, I'm going to give your payment to Hattie, and when you guys get back, she'll give it to you.
Don't worry, your son gonna be all right.
Okay.
What he said. Very much so.
And I third that.
I have all the confidence in the world in you three.
We just had our first agreement. Yay, us. Do we have a team name?
Maybe think of one at the end of the whole thing. Maybe then we'll come back to that. Let's
Okay.
just focus on the mission first.
Yes, mission first.
One thing at a time.
So you guys, go ahead.
Bass, the kobold, is gonna say, let's just go. But
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's just go.
are we sitting like in the table or there chairs to sit?
There were chairs to sit
Okay.
around the table. There were exactly 4 chairs. One of the chairs had some rope around the leg with a piece of wood, making sure that it was tight so it didn't fall again.
We'll jump down using the crutch and dragging the tip of his sword that he's carrying on the back, thanks to the limp he now has.
Yeah, you can only use that sword one-handed for the time being.
Oh, oops. The great sword.
Oh, it doesn't have.
well.
It's not versatile.
No, it's heavy to hand it. Well, I guess I'm gonna just hop a bit. We'll figure
When
it-
when you
figure.
get to combat, we'll see.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
That
If a
sounds.
kobold
like
is using a great sword, could he not turn it around and use it as a crutch? Wouldn't the what is that called? The hilt?
yeah.
The guard? The guard. Yeah, the guard of the great sword. You could flip the sword upside down, put the sharp end down, and
It
then
would
use it as a
sink
crutch.
into the wood
Yeah,
or into
great,
the floor.
Great
And
idea
scratch
over there,
the-
you smartass. That's what the sharpness of the sword is gonna get. It's gonna damage itself. I am sturdy motherfucker over here. Okay.
Well, as
I'm gonna
strong as you
damage-
are, you wouldn't need anything sharp. You could use a club.
Okay, if you need to kill something, a sharp edge is good. You just lob it outside, like just lob the head, pierce the heart.
Mm-hmm. Or slash it.
I mean, a club is gonna be good, but it needs like more thumping. Like it hits one,
Okay.
but it might still be there, so you need to hit it again. And make
Let's
sure
let's move on.
Haven't you eaten like mashed potatoes?
Love mashed potatoes. I love
Yeah,
food.
like,
I'm kind of food
imagine
motivated.
Imagine a mashed potato. I'm saying this like as we walk in and
Yep.
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
making sure whenever
Have
I
Luca make a
I'm-
Constitution saving throw. Let's see how much your acting is gonna flow into this.
I'm trying.
Constitution
Also, I'm
saving
trying to make
throw.
sure
I
that
have a
anytime-
-1.
What?
All of
You
us
have a
make a
-1.
Constitution save, sorry, or
That's a 14 for Luca.
You do manage. You get that feeling of nausea, but you don't throw up.
Okay.
Based on all of this descriptive conversation.
Vaz is being obnoxiously descriptive about it, and whenever he's in the crutch to lean down, he's gonna make sure that it'll be like like that sound, like trying to make sound of like,
Make it creak.
Yeah. Just-
It's an old crutch. You've been using it for a very long time. It's almost a little too small for you at this point because you've had it for so long. But
he's an old boy.
yeah. So yeah, you actually, it's easy to find Thump because he is standing on the other side of the river over, you could see the small forest to the south. And he's standing there shouting, "I'll lead anybody through if you need me to."
Oh,
That's our guy.
us! I'm like shouting and jumping up and down. Do you think he saw me?
I don't
You
know.
can
Let's
make-
see.
Yeah.
I do it again. Ooh, us! We want to go through the forest.
He comes up to your guys' group. "I can escort you through."
Oh, can we go? Can we go, guys?
Yes, we should go. We must go over the river and through the woods. back
I
around to
get
Grandma's
what you're
house.
doing.
Wondering.
"Oh, come on then, come on." And he turns around and starts going for the woods.
Wow, that was easy.
Yeah, good job selling it, guys.
I didn't have to pull out the "your biceps are huge, kiss me" sort of move. Okay, let's just do this. All right. Things work better under seduction. You'll see. Anyways, never mind.
So as he's walking, he starts talking in the third person. Thump's gonna help these people through the woods. Gonna clear this path, and he takes out a short sword and starts like hacking through the underbrush.
No. I'm like biting my nails and like. "Ugh."
There is mostly a path here. He's just cleaning it up. And he continues. Thump's blade sings like sirens in the foggy sea. Of course, Thump prefers his hammer. It's hammer in time, Thump says, as he crashes and crushes interlopers' skulls. But trees don't have skulls. So short sword it is. Y'all have any food? Thump is working up an appetite, and Mama Thump didn't pack any grub. Who are you all, anyway? I don't like stabbing trees when people I don't know.
Well, I'm Elismir. Just call me Ellis for short.
There. What up? This is their adopted son.
Okay. Great conversations, guys.
Yeah. This is Vase over here. Or Voss. Vase or Voss.
Yeah.
And this
I'm Luca.
there we go. Took him a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any of those
Luca
almonds
is
still?
gonna curtsy.
And he's not actually our adopted son at all. No.
Thump's
Nah, he's already
adopted.
spoken for. I wouldn't adopt this one either. And she gestures at Voss.
He just kind of nods as he's hacking through the trees. And as you guys actually start going through, the space between the trees grows thinner and thinner as you weave your way along this path that seems to be more of like a deer trail that he's cleaning up to be a proper trail. Some of the trees have these thorny vines and bushes, so you can't really stray from the path very well without getting caught in these thorns.
Aw, these are my nice tights too. Ah.
I have nice tights.
Well,
I
they're
only
nice,
have
but not my
one.
show tights. That's different.
You see, I have these ones. I have a pair that probably are a bit more, not in good state, and that's it.
I thought those were your scales.
Oh, those are pants. I am.
Oh,
Yeah, see, pants.
I thought you were one of those like two colored ones. You know,
Oh, to color
some
combos.
have a different color combo from the top and have a different color combo from the bottom. Just kind of take pants out of the equation. I got long tunics.
Okay.
Class is just like, they're like to color. Like, what is this? Is this real?
Thump pauses and is like watching you guys for a minute. He looks both intrigued and very confused at the conversation.
Oh, you thump. What's up with you? What you living? What do you do for a living?
I escort
believe-
people through the woods.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that all you want to do? Is that your hopes and dreams?
I'm hoping this will lead me to being a proper adventurer, but I have to do this one thing at a time.
That's a good plan. It's like I tell Luca here, one step at a time.
You've told me that before.
Yeah, lots of times.
I should stop hopping. I like to skip too. is skipping one step at a time? Because you still have to step and then step, 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 step. So you're still doing one at a time.
Back in the head, like back here. Come on, focus.
Oh, right. That's what I said. Hop, skip, and a jump. Anyways.
I was stuck on jumping. I need to hop and skip and jump.
Oh, I cannot just give a slap to both of you to focus. Come on. I'm we for professionals.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Technically, we're not because we have not been paid yet. I think we're volunteers.
And once you get paid, then you can consider yourself professionals. That's what all real bards say.
Interns? Are we interns?
See some here, a good life lesson. Become yourself an intern first. Like, okay, we go there. We do this. We go and have this trip. All right. Then go and look at yourself like to be an intern of a guild or like a thing of the guard, something to give you more, some rough edges on the scales. You don't have scales, but on the beard.
Thump
I mean,
goes
you already
back to
have-
hacking through the forest.
I mean, you already got one good skill, hacking and slashing through the woods. That's a very important skill.
Yeah, it is. You can slash. It's a very good. It's a very good skill, especially for a certain type of video game. Right, Joe? You're terrible at those, but it's still.
I think our kobold is losing his sense of the fourth wall.
I guess I just lose a bit of my footy here.
Okay.
Yeah, and he smacks us up in the backs of the head. Oh.
Right?
I want everybody to make a nature check as you're going through these woods.
Oh. That's a 10 for me, and that's one of my good things.
16.
Okay.
7, making it a total of 6.
Fantabulous. So, Ellis, you notice that as you guys are getting further into the woods, the trees are becoming more and more dead. Like, it's a lot easier for him to hack through the underbrush because it's all just dead.
Hey guys, do you notice that it's getting a little bit more dead as further into the forest we go?
Exhausted. Luca looks up. No, I haven't noticed at all, as she's just druid crafting every single branch she can get her hands on.
Hey, Luca!
What? They need my help. Obviously.
Okay, so you have noticed. Jeez.
What are you talking about? It's just 3. That's a tree. That's a tree. That's a tree. That's a tree. They're still green, a bit darker, but green. Wow, but
Ellis is just gonna like deadpan, just like take his head and go, look ahead of us. Dead. And she's gonna turn his body around and look behind us. Life. Green. Lush. Turns around. Dead. Lush. Dead. Lush. Dead. You get it now?
you don't need to muppet me around, okay? I have 2 eyes. You see these big eyes? Oh, God. You see these big eyes? I can see it. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I see the
Big
difference.
anime eyes. Gotcha.
I can see the difference now. Okay, just paying attention on our guide.
The path's widening up ahead. Should be a pretty easy
Yeah, okay.
trek through the rest of it.
And just let's continue
Oh.
walking it off.
All right, well, lead the way, Thump. You're doing really good.
So as you guys are coming through this narrow but widening path, it does seem to come to a dead end in an open clearing. All the dirt... Sorry. I need to not do that. All the dirt and grass gives way to solid stone, ringed with trees and low bushes. This clearing also has, in the very center of it, a large flat-topped boulder.
How
And
large?
bigger than you. but
There's
smaller
lots
than
of things
Ellis.
bigger than me. Okay, smaller than Ellis. Okay,
It's a
I'd
good
say-
size boulder, but it's not like obnoxiously large.
gotcha.
It does
I'd
have a
say
bunch
Ellis
of dead
pops a squat.
vines all over it. And in the center of these vines, there's like this shifting little bit, and you hear a very soft, "Help me."
Hello?
Thump stops and looks around very frantically. And you hear the same thing again. You hear that? Only one thing to do. And Thump
Help them?
turns. Run! And Thump turns to run, trips over a root, and face plants into a dead bush that begins to kind of start to move.
Well, that's not good.
I'm gonna hurry up in my crutch to his side and get him up, just grab him by the arm and just like yank him up.
Ellis is gonna help.
Yeah, you yank him up, and there is a twig blight. So this very rooty and earthy looking creature that has spikes all over it, like thorns, just kind of gets up, shrieks, and roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Rolling real dice isn't any better.
I rolled low for this one.
What'd you get?
Got a 2 for a total of 6.
Awesome.
My initiative's high, yo.
And
Ooh.
I was complaining.
What'd you get, Luca?
A 12. That's
Yeah.
double.
I got a 22.
Okay.
Okay.
Almost double.
Okay. So, as this one shrieks, 2 more of these twig blights come out of the surrounding area and come into the clearing, as well as 2 needle blights, which are thinner and much pointier than the twig blights.
So they're this like twig-like humanoid, very thin, thin figure. Okay.
They both have lots of thorns all over their bodies. There are more on the needle blights than there are on the twig blights.
Mhm.
But in the center of the whole clearing in the rock where you heard the help me come from, you hear again, "Quick, grab me, I can help." And Voss, you're up first.
There's one right in front of us, right?
Yes.
I'm going to rage,
Okay.
and as I rage, I will drop the crutch, go for the sword, and as I yank it off and break the makeshift scabbard I have for it, I will use that weight of me going for it to like roll over my own weight,
Okay.
kind of like spin. And gonna use I think I could already have this. I don't have a reckless attack yet. Well, I am raging for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm raging. I'm doing the attack. Oh, I don't have reckless attack. So yeah, gonna do it recklessly, so I get advantage on it. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yay. And then it's going to be a total of 11 plus 2. It's going to be 13. 13 slashing.
I mean, this thing had 4 hit points.
Oh. Yes.
So yeah, you the twig blight kind of dances in front of you and is like looking like it's ready to attack, and you just smack it with with the flat side of the sword. You don't even hit it with the sharp side because you're putting so much weight into it. It just, and all of a sudden you have debris of twig blight, which is just twigs and dried leaves just falling gently to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be laying on the ground after using that weight and just falling for that attack.
Okay. And it is one of the needle blights. And they just watched you poof one of their buddies. So it's going to come up and... Well, not come up, but it's going to try to shoot its needles at you. So you're getting some thorns thrown your direction. For a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. It hits.
Okay. And because you're raging, you'll take half of 7, rounded down.
3?
3.
Cool. Okay.
All right. And honestly, all of these rolled better than the rest of you did.
Oh. They have to do with advantage because it was reckless. They have to attack on me on advantage.
An unnatural 20. So it was going to hit regardless. So, I mean,
Okay.
We'll just use that unnatural 20 as one of those rolls. Yeah. So the unnatural 20 to hit you again with the ranged attack. And you're going to take another 3 damage.
Okay.
That's after it's been cut in half. As these little thorns just kind of come off of its body and shoot out and peg you while you're on the ground.
But a
mean-
scratch.
Meanwhile, the 2 twig blights come out and start trying to attack Thump.
Oh. Don't let the NPC die.
Let's see if they hit Thump. Oh yeah, that one hits Thump. That one does not hit Thump. Okay.
Wait, this is an escort mission.
This is an escort mission, and your NPC
Oh.
is getting tagged.
God damn it.
And Luca, it's your turn.
A face of like confused horror comes over Luca's face. I don't want to hurt these things. And then she's going to cast Infestation. Balance. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. As she summons a swarm of locusts on one of the needles.
Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw, DC 12.
Kind of horrifying.
Constitution. Rolled 7.
They're going to take 3 poison damage.
Can these things... Okay. Oh, these things have blind sight. Neat. You said 3?
Yep.
Okay.
And then it has to move 5 feet in a random direction if it has 5 feet of movement.
It tries to run away from Thump. And Thump's gonna swing at it. It's a +4 to hit. Yeah, Thump's gonna hit it, and I need a D8. I am not prepared for Thump to fight. Okay. And is that it for you, Luca?
That'll be it, yeah.
All right. Ellis.
I'm going to pull out the rapier and going to attack the the needle blight, thorn blight,
Yeah, needle.
needle blight, and
Are you attacking the healthy one or the damaged one?
The damaged one.
Okay.
That's the one that attacked Thump, right?
The needle blights attacked Voss. The twig blights attacked Thump.
Ah, are there still twig blades though?
Yeah, there's still 2 twig blights. There's 2 and 2 left.
Okay, just make a show of it. She's going to attack one of the twig blights just to get
Okay.
them out of the way. And goes for Thump. Nice. That's a 15.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And 8 damage.
Oh yeah. You poof yours as well. It just, you stab it and its whole body just explodes.
They kind of look like dandelions.
And once again, you hear that voice. If you help me, I can help you too.
Where is that coming from?
It's coming from the rock, underneath the vines.
That's not sus at all.
That's pretty sus. That is hella sus.
All right. And Voss, you're on the ground.
On the ground. I get up.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be half my movement, and then how close am I to one of these left twigs and I was gonna say wigs, but that's not.
Twigs and wigs. You have a needle blight about 10 feet away from you, and one twig blight left that is in front of Thump, which is about another 5 feet away from you because you kind of tumbled a little bit.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is get a bit up, grab the sword like behind me, and hit myself along with the sword toward it. Reckless attack.
Roll it.
Literally.
Roll it as you do a barrel roll through the air. Like a
22.
kobold-sized, I don't know what.
Press B, do a barrel roll.
It looks like a Muppet just by an energy, just like grabbing the sword. Ragdoll physics. 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits.
That's going to be a total of 10 slashing.
You did it to the twig or the needle?
The one. What was the one directly next to Thumb? It was the.
It was a
the
twig.
twig. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing to the twig.
You barrel through the twig, and you actually get your sword stuck into the rock behind him. You manage to go in between Thump and Ellis. You almost hit both of them, but you somehow managed to just fly through the air with the greatest of ease, right through them, like right between them.
Okay.
And they both kind of go like this on either side to avoid you. But yeah, that twig blight is a pile of twigs.
And can I use my bonus?
Warn
action
us
to-
next time.
Careful.
Delayed
Can I
reaction.
use my bonus action to unstuck the sword, or that will take me a bit longer?
That'll take until your next turn, but yeah, you'll be in the process of doing that while everybody else goes.
Okay. Still open for attack, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's the 2 needle boys' turns. The one that ran away stops and turns and chucks more needles in your general direction. Ellis, this time they're going towards you. I don't imagine a 7 hits, though.
If they do, they just kind of like hit like superficially on her tights, and she just like brushes them off. That's it.
It worked if 7 hit you.
All right, that's not going to hit either. That's a 9.
Those
no,
ones
that's a
just like
12.
get picked up by the breeze.
Yeah. The other one tries to hit you as well, not liking that you teased its friend. and the wind kicks a little hard and blows the needles just completely out of the way.
And that was supposed to accomplish what?
They look frustrated.
And I don't even have Vicious Mockery yet.
And Luca, you're up.
Luca is gonna, still panicking, pull out her club from her pack, and it's not even like a full-size club. It's just a stick that she has found that is in a vague shape of a club. And she's gonna walk up, bad bush. Smack it.
Are you doing the one that you already hit, or are you doing the one that's completely healthy?
Yeah, the one that I'm, the one, they're puffing these things away, and I'm just smacking a bush with a stick.
Roll it.
That is going to be a 18 to hit
Yep, 18 hits.
for all of 1 damage.
Oh my gosh, this thing is still up. Oh, Luca, you're my favorite. Ellis, you are up. There is Luca smacking a twig with a twig. There's Voss getting his weapon out of the rock. And there is Thump, who is looking like he's kicking the dirt around where Voss poofed the other twig blight. Like, yeah, take that.
I'm going to go to the rock.
Okay.
They seem to have everything handled here. I'm going to go to the rock.
Okay, you go to the rock.
Yeah, I'm going to interact with it.
All right. You reach your hands through the vines that are the only healthy thing in the area. There's no thorns on these vines. It's just like ivy that's overgrown it. And you grab the hilt of a sword.
Hello? Is this who's calling me?
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to give that a pull.
It comes right out. And as soon as you
Ooh.
do, light irradiates the area. Radiates? Not irradiates. Brain.
I mean,
Yes, yeah.
it also could irradiate.
I mean, it does to the twig blights.
Shoot, Ellis just like destroyed the world. Oh, nice knowing you guys. Great game. Bye.
All right, what is it's 2d8.
Only. Have you seen the series Chernobyl?
14. Yep, this light comes from this sword, and the 2 needle blights that were left disintegrate into ash.
And she just stands there with the sword in her hands, and just anyone looking her direction, just like, I didn't do it.
How bright is this light coming out of the sword?
It was a very, very bright, radiant, holy light. So, like, she had the sun in her hands for a second there.
That's this blinded.
That's hot. Like, that would be hot.
Ah,
And yet, we're okay.
no.
Nail's still good. That's good, though. Okay.
Don't see anything.
And I just blink a bunch of times.
So as you're looking at it, this beautiful ornate longsword that was embedded partly into this rock looks completely undamaged, despite how long it looks like it's been there.
Neat.
You got me out. Yay. Thank you.
Oh god, it talks. Oh god, it talks. First of all, I have so many questions. Who are you? What are you doing here? What the fuck?
Oh, I've been in that rock so long I don't remember my own name. But my master, I don't know where she is, but she needs me. I can show you where she's been calling me from. It's not that far. But I don't remember her name either.
That voice, can we hear?
Yeah, everybody can
all?
hear
Okay.
it. And Thump looks like both curious and terrified.
What do you think, Thump? You're our guide.
You think we should help? Lady sword person?
He kind of paces for a minute. He goes, "It could be really dangerous. But I think we should help the sword."
You wouldn't be doing it alone.
It's not every day you come across a sword where it talks to you, because that's not creepy.
No, not at all.
It is kind of unusual for inanimate objects to speak.
You've never talked to an inanimate object before?
Egg, that doesn't count. My
No.
cousin Elliot, right?
Is your cousin Elliot inanimate?
No, but he might as well. Lazy ass.
Charming.
Language.
With that, Ellis, the sword kind of forces you to turn and points your arm in a particular direction. And
Is that a new dance move? I'm gonna mimic.
No, that's the sword doing its thing. Although it could be a dance move.
It's the sword dance.
I think she wants us to go this way.
Okay, you lead the way.
And I'm getting a very femme vibe from the sword, so I'm going to go with that.
Everything I do has a femme vibe. I don't know any other vibe.
I'm okay with this.
So, the sword takes you back to the big boulder that was here. And you see there is a huge crack in the other side of it. And by crack, I mean it's almost like a cave entrance. It slopes down and opens up on the inside. And you hear its voice and it says, "Let's go."
Your master is down here?
What's left of her, probably, but yes.
I'm going to do an insight check.
Okay, roll it.
That's a dirty 20, so not a natural 20.
Yep. So your insight check on this sword, it doesn't feel like it's capable of lying. It emanates this very holy energy. And while you're holding it, you actually feel at peace, even though your arm has this tingling to it. It's very strange.
She turns to the rest of the group and
Do you want to investigate the creepy cavern first, or do we just want to dive in head first?
take a look as much as we can, but I think the only way to investigate it is actually go into the cave.
Well, there is another way. But if it's
Alright.
dangerous, I kind of just want to go in head first.
Flip a coin. And she pulls out a gold coin. Heads we go in, tails you do your thing.
Seems fair. And appropriate.
So
Tails and all.
is
I will
heads-
legit flip a coin.
Okay.
Prepared with a coin? Wow.
It's a nickel.
Roll a D2.
It is heads. We go in.
Heads first. All right.
Heads, we go in heads first.
All right. So Voss, I know you have dark vision, so chill. Okay.
I was not gonna say anything.
You were, because everybody, as soon as I mentioned pitch black, it's like an instinctual thing for every D&D player ever. I have dark vision!
You also do it. Shut up.
That's why I said it's instinctual for every D&D player. That and my husband forgets that my character has demon sight, okay? It's not
Double
just
sight.
dark vision. Whatever, I don't give a shit.
I also have dark vision.
There you go.
I do not.
So
You can hold my hand.
Okay.
I got you.
This is awesome. I love
Any
you
bad
guys.
things happen, I'll fling you in their direction.
You mean the direction away from the bad things or towards the bad things?
Yeah, sure.
That's not an
Yes.
answer.
Sure it is.
So you filter in, because the initial opening outside is only wide enough for one person to fit through, and Ellis, you have to kind of crouch a little bit to get through it. But once you're down in it, it opens up. And
Oh, that's better.
the path is pretty narrow. And as you feel yourself moving deeper underground, the smooth stone walls, slick with groundwater, suddenly opens up into a larger passage, revealing a large open chamber. There is a dim blue hue throughout the whole chamber. What do you want to look at first? There are some pictograms on the walls. You see some artwork throughout it.
How the artwork looks. Like what it might depict.
Yeah.
So the sword kind of pulls you over to the wall on the left, and it shows an image of a female knight in armor holding the head of a demon aloft. And the sword goes, "That's it, that's her! She was fearless. She saved people from a corrupted duke by slaying the demon in the town square. I can still taste its blood."
Neat.
And as you start going around the room, the same knight kneels before a hooded figure, her heart in her hands as she offers it up. In the next panel, she's leading a charge into battle against an overwhelming force, her armor shining as she holds the sword aloft. The next image shows the knight face down in the muck of battlefield. She looks older and defeated. Looming above and offering her a scroll dripping with blood is a shadowy figure with broken feathered wings. The sword kind of looks nervous. If a sword can look nervous, it kind of shakes in your hand. I don't remember this.
And Ellis is just gonna like gently sort of like pat the hilt in her hand, just like kind of like there and trying to just, she's never had to comfort a sword before. Just like
The remaining pictograms do showcase the knight pulling her heart out and placing it on a large rock, then stabbing it with the sword. The knight then shows a bloody document, her body more powerful, a pair of shackles and chains wrapped around her arms, and the sword left behind in the stone. And the sword, I don't remember any of this either. There is a door on the other side of the room, flanked by statues of two heavily armed guards, whose outstretched hands are holding long rods that cross the threshold and block the door.
Sword, I hate to tell you this, but I don't think we're gonna find your master here.
I hear her deeper within. She has to be here. Above the door, where the statues are, there is carved stone. It says, "Dismisser of Cade, champion of Reblock, Jocelyn's sacrifice healed our lands, savior of the sheltered wood. None but death can stop her, and we'd like to see death try."
That's a statement. I want that on my tombstone.
That is a little impressive.
Hmm.
That's
Why
quite
do you
the-
need to be reunited with your master? Can't you just like find another person? And I kind of look at Ellis.
No, I need to be reunited with her to save her.
To save her from what?
You feel
Whatever
she's in
she-
danger?
Whatever she did. She left me behind. I have to know why.
It looks like you're the one that killed her. How do we know you're not an evil lich artifact?
I get a feeling.
That tonight's gonna be a good night?
I mean, besides that,
Okay,
Um,
cool. That's good enough for me. Let's go. And I'm
I
gonna walk
get-
towards the doors.
all right.
we'll follow the kiddo.
I'm not a child.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. She doesn't like that.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You get no answer.
Oh,
But you
nobody's
have
home.
these, you have these two rods kind of blocking you from going through the door. And Ellis, in your hand, the sword kind of seems to be having a moment of crisis.
Oh boy.
And you hear her kind of this muttering in your head more than her projecting it for the party to hear. She wouldn't have turned her back on Cade. She was sworn to him, gave him her heart. She never would have lived with herself. We have to find her.
Look, we're going to find her. It's going to be okay. And just what any normal person does in front of statues that are blocking any kind of doorway. She points the sword at each sword or each statue. Open up, tough guys. I know you're good looking, biceps everywhere, but open up. Open sesame.
Nothing happens.
All right, look, give me a hand. Actually, give me like your shoulders. Come on. And Vaz will try to climb on top of Luca and try to use him as a stool to try to lift up, remove the things on the way, the lances.
Bink out with your claws.
Make an investigation check.
Me investigation, but I'm just trying to push it. I'm not actually looking.
You're looking at them, so I'm giving you this investigation check to help move you through the story.
Oh God, that's gonna
She's
be
throwing us a bone here.
it's gonna be a total of 11. Actually, not bad for him.
It's higher than 10, which was the DC. So, you notice on these rods that are blocking the doorway, there are runes faintly glowing all the way down them on both sides.
Angle from them to try to get a closer look, like have them right here in front of me. I'm holding.
You feel that they're a little bit loose in the thing when you tried to like push them and pull them. And as you're hanging from them, the other two kind of hear a clink as the rods adjust in the handles that they're in. So they are removable.
I use my right leg to impulse myself kind of away from the door to remove the what I'm holding from.
Okay. It takes some effort because they are pretty long, but you are able to remove it.
Oh, you can remove the other one.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me
Can you get off my shoulders now?
Fell down like backwards.
Don't hurt yourself.
You sound
Don't
so
worry.
concerned.
Don't worry. I'm a good old cold. I'm gonna be fine. Just gonna walk it off.
All right then. And Ellis is going to take the other pole and remove it, however it needs to be removed.
It just slides right out of the handles.
I guess throws it to one side.
Okay. So that answers my next question on whether or not you're taking them with you.
I got a sword. I don't need
I don't need a stick. I have a sword.
a talking one that's going through a bit of an emotional breakdown right now. My hands are kind of full, literally.
Is it bigger than my greatsword?
The sword that she's holding?
No, the
sticks?
stick lances. Rods.
Not by much.
I use a rod as my crutch.
Okay.
And drag my sword along with me.
Even or odd, Sekrine?
Even.
Okay. You press a button on the very end with your arm as you kind of lean on it. And you are unable to move this rod any further. Like, you try to pull on it and push it, and it's just vertical, perfectly upright, not going anywhere.
I imagine that he's like moving, and as he puts it, like he goes to move, and like himself, like
Teeter-totter?
Continues forward.
like rubber bands myself, like. Whoop. He's making a lot of noise. He's just shaking it, and they're like gets on top of it, pulls it, like very Looney Tune style. He's
When you
Don't
get
look,
on
Luca.
top
You
of
shouldn't
it,
see a kobold playing with his rod.
when you get on top of it, you step on with your remaining foot. You step on it, on the button, and it falls with you.
up. Look at the rod. Trying to find the button.
Yeah, there's on the very end of it, there's a button.
I push it.
You are unable to move it from that space.
Push it again.
You are able to move it from the space. If you keep doing this, I'm gonna make something attack you.
No, it's not. He's not very smart, but he's not that level. Neat. So gonna still use it as a clutch, but to be sure that he's not hitting it on the button.
Okay. And you're leaving the other one there?
The other one in this room, anyways. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I did.
Perfect. So you start going down further as you go through this door, which I'm assuming you're going through the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The air is growing cold and thick, and you see these wisps of white trailing wherever there's movement. So when you run your hand in front of you, there's a trail of white behind it.
Trippy.
Okay. At the end of a long hallway lies kind of like a gateway to another chamber, marked with the phrase, "Empty your heart of all desires. Fill it with the need to serve." And when you walk through this gate, there's an open platform that has a larger open room just beyond the platform that steps down. And each side of the room, there are other little platforms that go all the way down that has each one has a unique stone casket surrounded by treasure, bones, and various other offerings. They shine dimly through the mist that accumulates in this room. There are little globules of light at each one, just kind of floating around. And at the other end of this hallway, or this room, there is another doorway.
How you doing there, Swordy McSword Sword?
We shouldn't touch anything here. Let's just
You
keep
guys hear
going.
that?
You-
At each word, she looks at both of you. Just don't touch anything.
Baz was already making his way, and he's like,
Just stops.
"Okay, I'm just, I'm just walking here. I'm not gonna touch anything. Just passing through by. Just,
It needs to be said.
yep. Nobody's touching anything on this way. On the way out."
Someone keep an eye on Thump.
Thump has been looking around, just amazed at everything. For a minute, he stayed where all the artwork was, just looking at it all. And then when he realized you guys continued on, he ran to catch up to you. You shouldn't leave, Thump. Thump gets scared.
Stay close to us, Thump.
Okay. So, are you guys gonna go through this kind of area without touching anything, or is the kobold gonna be greedy? Or is Luca gonna be too curious?
Luca's fighting it, but trusts Elia's word.
Okay.
Ellis, not Elia. Ellis's word. Sorry, I told you I would forget names.
That's okay.
Baz is reminded as he's walking with his limp about possible consequence of things, so he's not gonna touch anything.
Okay.
On to the next door.
So, yep. You guys go through the next door, and that's right, I was skipping that one. I don't like portal puzzles. They're awful.
Give us a puzzle.
Not this one. It's a pain to read through, so I'm skipping it. I apologize. I will give you puzzles in the future that are
Hey, it's
less
fine.
complicated to me.
It's okay. I just want puzzles to be terrible at them because intelligence of 4, both as a character and real life.
Stop giving away my stats, Suckrane.
No, those are mine. My intelligence are not great. Intelligence is not my forte.
So as you cross through this room, the wisps of light just kind of dance around each post, and there's 3 on either side of the wall for a total of 6 piles of treasure. And as you come to this doorway, it is pitch black. Even with your dark vision, you cannot see through the doorway. And when you touch it with your hand, like you reach your hand out to kind of pass through it, it's cold, but it does pass through. And when you pass through it, there is this thin bridge over nothingness. And there is a howling storm in this particular room. At its center, it opens up into what should be a proper room. And you can tell it's kind of like the eye of the storm. And you do see an open casket that has various weapons laid around it. And for those of you trying to pass through this storm, I'll have you make a strength saving throw. Or athletics, whichever you prefer. You guys look so thrilled.
Strength or athletics, not acrobatics.
I'll give you acrobatics because you could cartwheel your way to victory.
Yeah, I find space for Sorting McSword, and she is going to acrobat her best out of this, and that's a 17.
Awesome.
An 8.
That's a pass. You got an 8?
Athletics, yeah.
What'd you get, Luca?
Luca looks very worried for a minute, and then I've always wanted to try this, guys. And she's gonna turn into an octopus and use the tentacles to crawl
Yeah.
across.
Yeah, you're totally able to do that. You guys hear this wet kind of suctioning sound.
Uh,
I'm not sure how occupied Vaz is rolling around by this, getting rolled around by the storm. Though.
Voss, with your failure of a roll, I need you to make. I'm trying to think of what kind of save it should be to make sure to see if you catch yourself before falling off the edge of this. I'll give you dexterity.
Could I at some point in this activate the rod?
Yeah, you can activate the
Hey.
rod.
Yeah, he doesn't think of it until like he's starting to get like
Swept
getting
off this
rolled.
pathway.
yeah. And
So you look
immediately
like a
just-
flag. You're
Oh, yeah, I
holding
was
onto
just-
this rod. The rod isn't going anywhere in this storm, but the rest of your body is just flapping in the breeze like a flag. Meanwhile, Ellis she starts to get blown off, catches her footing, does a jump and a flip, and just keeps doing these jumps and flips to get through to the eye of the storm. And Luca's being Luca as an octopus, just yep. So I will give you
imagine.
another strength save or acrobatics to try to get a better grip on the rod and kind of use the rod to move forward, lock it as another gust comes through.
Okay, athletics, right?
Yeah. Or strength save, whichever you're better at.
It's the same.
Okay. Did you not one?
No, it's a 7. I'm tempted to use my rage for this, but no.
Don't
Yeah, that's
waste
7.
a rage on just trying to get to the center of the platform. Your guys, so the other two of you are in the eye of the storm. And you see Voss getting closer and closer to the edge as he's making his way downtown. Walking not so fast. But
I love it.
the storm eventually, as he's locking and unlocking the rod, trying to make his way to the center, grabs him and takes him completely off the platform and brings him around to the other side where there's another platform or bridge. I should say I shouldn't be calling it a platform. I should be calling it a bridge. Where there's another bridge. And he's able to kind of make purchase there as he comes further into the eye of the storm, gets swept off again, and thrown into the eye of the storm, where you guys are. And he just kind of hits the ground and rolls a little bit.
It would have been like a.
Hey, you made it.
Uh, still holding the sword and rod. So
This-
what's special of you? Oh,
Yeah, sword. Is there anything important here?
She's here. And you look to the very center, and there's this open sarcophagus. And the entire storm just stops. And you see. What did I do here? I forgot how many I picked. I did the roll for. Oh, this is going to be rough. 6 skeletons start to form. And the sword kind of shouts out to the ghost that's also forming in the center to see this woman in the armor that you saw in the pictograms earlier. And the sword shouts out, "You need not do this alone. You can repent." And the ghost just howls, "Leave this place. Leave me alone. I will suffer my betrayal alone."
Oh, bitch, chill.
We got your sword.
The woman and the the ghost and the sword start trying to have like a conversation. As a conversation so much as the sword trying to help and the ghost just not having any of it. Meanwhile,
Skeleton.
you have 6 skeletons that get up and start rattling toward you with short swords. So roll initiative.
Hopefully this is better than last initiative.
Yeah, way better.
15. It's one better.
22, 21.
Nice.
I also got 21.
Who's got higher dex?
I got a +3.
I have +3.
What's the
Is
exact
your-
number?
17.
He goes first.
Okay. Everybody but Luca rolled better than the bad guys. Good job.
I feel like that's going to be a thing.
So, Ellis, you get to go first. You have skeletons shambling toward you.
All right. Would I be able to use the sword, or is
Yeah.
it?
It's not preoccupied. You can use it to cut down the...
Cool. What sort of bonuses would it be for that
It's
one?
a
Or-
short sword. So you can, if you have proficiency in it, you can just roll whatever your attacks would be with like your rapier, because I think everybody has proficiency with short swords.
Not everybody, but they are a finesse weapon. So, and Bart would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a finesse weapon means I can use my dex for that. So it
Mhm.
won't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does 2d8 radiant damage.
Ooh, hello. 2d8. That's nice. Yeah, I'm going to just use sword and just like, sorry, and then like slash over to the left.
Okay.
Getting the closest one on the left. I want to say it's a 17.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
Cool. And sorry, 2d8.
2d8.
2d8. No pluses or minuses, just straight 2d8.
Yep.
Which is an 8 total.
Okay. Radiant damage erupts from the sword as it's shouting at this woman, or at this ghost of a woman. "I can help you." And
And I feel that like light and like the sound of it comes off just as like Lismir like drags the blade right across like the rib cage of it and just like
mm-hmm.
like, oh my god, I am Shira.
If you haven't seen the new animated series, it's great.
Oh, I'm
Check it out.
referencing the new series.
It almost shatters this skeleton, but it manages to keep enough of its form to continue moving, just barely. Vas.
Would it be an action or what would it be to activate the route to just leave it there for a moment, like here?
A free action.
Action. Okay, just
You're pressing a
activate.
button. It's nothing.
I'm pressing a button to leave it right wherever it's standing before focusing my 2 hands on the greatsword and gonna How close are the various skeletons to us?
Let me look at my map.
Like, are they like? Are the 6 skeletons around like 10 feet around us? Around of us?
So they're more in like a half circle coming towards you. So they're the ones on the ends are closer to you than the ones in the very middle.
Mm-hmm.
And the one to the far left is the one that Ellis attacked. And then there's one next to that one that's right next to her. And then there's one next to that one that's about 5 feet back from that, 10 feet back from that, 5 feet right up on you, right up on you. There's 6 of them total, so I may have missed one in that description.
No, I think you did said them right. Is there a way that I can position myself? No, actually, no. I'm not gonna. I don't specify what this is. Is this an action? Okay, it's an action. Can I position myself so I can be at the distance of 10 feet of all of those?
The platform isn't that large. As far as it's long, it's not wide.
No, like, what I'm talking, like, if I am like at the center of the 6, and I have a radius of 10 feet around me, would I cover them all?
You'd cover 4 of them, not all 6.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
First of all,
Barbarian Rage.
yeah, barbarian rage. Position myself, like, jump to wherever I am the most visible to those skeletons.
Okay.
And from this like battle cry raging, like furious look, he will turn into this obnoxiously loud, high-pitched screeching to make them all look at him. And I will use my action for grovel, cower, and beg, as I'm just being the most obnoxious little shit in the room. And that will make enemies within 10 feet of me allies gain an advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I was intending to do, and also being like the very focus of this obnoxious noise that I'm not gonna repeat, but I know I can do.
I will kill your character if you do it. I've already
That's what
told
I'm
you.
not doing. I know.
You will have all of the attention from even the ghost, which I haven't even have a stat block for, that I will make one for really fast.
We've talked about this during session 0. All consent has been made. This is what happens.
Yep.
Rocks fall, we all die.
The DM will
You are
activate
underground.
the DM will activate PvP just to end the threat immediately.
All right. So what else does Cower and Beg do? Does it make them attack you, or?
No, it says once per short rest, can cower to distract foes until the end of my next turn. Allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of you that
Okay.
can
that's it.
see you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just positioning myself the way that if they want to attack something close, it's going to be me if they
Okay.
decide to.
Ellis, the one that attacked you is attacking, or the one that you attacked is attacking you back for an unnatural 20 to hit. Okay. That's going to be a total of 3 damage. I rolled really bad. It's my thing. The 4 that are distracted by Vas are going to attack him. So it's 1, a 13, a 7, a 9, and a 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, so 3 of the 4 just kind of swing their short swords wildly above your head because they're skeletons and they're not smart. They think they're trying to hit a normal person, but you're a kobold, so you're too short. Which in this case is saving you. But the one that is smart enough to figure it out, hits you for a total of 6 damage, which I think with your rage cuts it down to 3.
Yes.
Not being a barbarian, guys.
And then one of the last 2 is going after Thump. Does not hit. And the other last one is going after Luca for an 11 to hit.
An 11 does not hit.
Okay. That brings us to Luca because Thump rolled a 10.
Luca is going to ignore the one attacking her and is going to use the octopus tentacles to kind of like crawl under the bridge and then around to the one that's attacking Thump.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my tentacles in octopus form to hit. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it says 1d1 bludgeoning damage, so that's just 1, right? You can't.
Yeah.
1d1.
It's just,
Why
why would
they
you word it
write
like
it that
that?
way? Not sure why they word it that way. 1d1. It's 1 bludgeoning damage, and the you see the tentacles. 2 of them wrap around the legs, 2 of them
Mhm.
wrap around the waist, 2 of them wrap around the shoulder, and then the other 2 like wrap around the head. And the thing is grappled. It's a DC 10 to escape.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Octopus Luca.
I can't respond. Sorry. You hear glug glug.
Ooh.
No, we're not
Thump
even in the
nat-
water.
Glug.
Go Thump, go. Thump nat 20'd.
Yeah, Thump.
Yeah.
And Thump's
So
trying
proud.
to be a hero and attack the one that attacked Luca. So that is... the D10.
Okay.
I need to roll a D10.
Play truffle.
That's going to be 8 damage. So he did some good work on that one.
Nice one,
Oh, wait a
Thump.
minute. No, he kills it because that's what the die was. That doesn't add the crit damage. Yeah, so you see Thump with his battle axe just... He almost looks like he's as angry as Vaz is. The little angry kobold. Only he doesn't scream quite so high pitch as he attacks the skeleton and cleaves it in half. And it just kind of falls over and clatters to the ground very loudly. And that brings us back to Ellis.
Cool. I'm gonna say how rude and go for the one that I was working on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. No, that's 12.
A 12 does barely miss it.
Oh, that hurts.
Is that skeleton in range for?
No, the one she's attacking is out
Oh,
of
wait,
your
wait,
range.
Wait. I get advantage, right? Because of Voss?
Yep,
I
go
only
for
rolled
it.
1 dice. I apologize for that.
Yeah, go for it.
That's better. That's an 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Still with the radiant damage sword. And ooh, that's even better. That's 11 damage.
It burns to holy ash.
You know, the more I use this, the more I realize I am sheer. Maybe I keep this sword. Maybe.
All right. Vaz, you're up next.
After doing my little display, Vaz will just say, that's shameful. Right. Grab the sword and go. He'll go for the one that actually hit him. White upper slash trying to get it from below, carving upwards.
Okay.
Reckless attack. So it's going to be. Ugh. Ugh. A 12 to hit.
Yeah, that 12 is not gonna hit.
Oh no. Uh, I'm in trouble, guys. That's what I can
What was that? That was so loud. Joseph, how do I turn these down?
I didn't hear it. I don't know.
All right, so we had a $3 donation for Ellis. That is advantage on your next roll.
Thank you
So-
for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the donation. This is a huge deal. Thank you.
The first donation, Ellis gets advantage. Yay!
do. Nice.
I have fans. They love me. All right.
Oh, hey, we got a raid too. That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Hello,
Hey,
Raiders.
welcome Raiders! Just in time for
Hey.
battle.
It
We're
is
kicking
battle.
butt.
Yeah, they are kicking butt. Actually, it is just in time for 4 things to attack Vaz, who is the
With
raging
advantage.
barbarian.
No, with advantage. Yay.
All right. Let's see. That's a 23,
No.
a 16,
Actually, it doesn't hit. That's
a
my
17,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
a 16.
Mm-mm.
Oof. And a nat 20.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, guys, I
Really
think
close.
Voss is going to need your next donation to Extra Life. So that was
Help.
3 hits or 2 hits?
It was the 20, the 17, and then you said the nat. No, the 23, the 17, and the nat 20, right?
Yeah.
3 hits.
So, oops, wrong button. That's not the right button. So that's going to be 2 damage after cutting it in half, 2 damage after cutting it in half, and
Yeah.
then 5 damage after cutting it in half.
Okay,
9.
so the nat 20 got to, instead of the total, whatever the total was, it's going to be a 5.
Right. Yeah, it was 10.
How you doing, Voss?
He looks bloody. It's like look toward him, and he has like 3 swords sticking in his bare chest because he
Yeah,
doesn't have
he's-
armor. It's like
That's a whole lot of nope.
That is a
He's
whole
not.
lot of nope.
That's a whole lot of nope right there.
he's quite hurt. He's quite hurt.
Meanwhile, the skeleton that Luca is wrapped around is just kind of shaking back and forth, trying to move its arm. Oh my god, that's so tiny. I couldn't read that. Voss, you heal up, you mighty kobold. Voss, we got a $5 donation. So you get a health potion, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
Okay, 2d4. Okay, just heal potion, right?
Yeah. So you
Okay, thank you very
a
much for that.
small portal pops up right in front of you and is a health potion waiting for you right there on the ground. Which is a free action to pick up and drink, because it's a bonus action to drink, sorry.
Yeah, I'll.
And that brings
grab
us
it whenever
back
it
up to Ellis.
All right. Next closest Skelly.
It is a little bit to your right, but it is right there.
All right. And thank you for that anonymous $3 donation for advantage. And I rolled a 16.
16 does hit.
Cool.
Radiant
The
sword.
other one wasn't. The other one was an 8.
Ooh.
It's like, ugh. Thank God for advantage. That would have been bad. This is 12 damage.
Nice. Yeah, you cut the radiant damage from the sword, just the energy comes from it as it's slicing through, and you just see it burn through all of the bones.
She kind of looks at the sword once again and is just like, for the honor of Grayskull.
All right, and we have, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you actually cut down one of the ones that was attacking Vaz. And Vaz, it's your turn.
You're welcome.
Drink that ponchun. It's gonna be two ones. I tell you, it's gonna be 2 1s. Yeah, it was actually 2 4s. So 8
Nice.
plus 2, that's a total of 10. Thank you a lot for that donation. Thank you. Back on good spot. And after drinking that, gonna toss the empty vial toward the one that nat 20 me, and I'm gonna reckless attack it.
Okay.
So that's going to be okay. Okay, a total of 22.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
It's gonna be 6 slashing at it. Actually, it's gonna be no. How much is it?
You said 6 plus your rage?
Yeah, plus my rage, that is 2, so a total of 8.
Okay.
Ac-
You hack the
Yeah.
skeleton at the knees and like chop one of its legs off, and it's kind of swaying on its leg, so it'll have disadvantage when it tries to attack you again.
It will be then a straight roll because
Okay.
I reckless.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that, you have 1.5 skeletons attacking you now. So let's see what
You
we've
could say
got.
they, at one point in their life, they probably were 2.5 men.
1.5.
Sorry.
All right, and that is an
Men,
18
men,
to
men,
hit
men, men, men.
and
Yeah.
a 21 to hit. You are not getting any luck with D&D Beyond, my friend.
They're also hitting me with advantage. So
Yeah.
okay, yeah, those 2 hits.
So you're taking a total of 6 damage from the 2 hits. That's after cutting them in half.
Thank you.
You're still doing better. And then
That
we've got
healing
the
potion
one
is
that's-
saved.
does an 18 break your grapple, Luca?
Yeah, anything over 10.
Okay. Yeah, the last one was like a 7, so. So yeah, this thing grabs a hold of you with its somewhat free hand. It goes from the elbow down is free. It grabs a hold of you and throws you onto the floor in your octopus form. Yeah, it makes a very
flatten out.
wet sound. For some reason, Luca was covered in water at some point in time in this octopus form. We don't know why. It just makes a wet. And Luca, it's your turn.
In this form, I really can't do a whole lot more, so I'm going to use my tentacles. DC 10 to escape the grapple and 1 damage. It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the 1 damage, and it is grappled again.
Okay. Hey,
I
you're tying
found-
this one up.
I thunk it on the head.
Oh, speaking of Thunk, I forgot him last turn, didn't I? Whoops.
The last one, yeah, I think you missed Thunk.
All right, I will give Thump 2 attacks on the one that is being grappled. So. Oof. Okay, well, he doesn't hit you, Luca, but he doesn't hit the skeleton either. The skeleton's like shimmying around, trying to get you off of it again, and he just whiffs it both times with his great axe. Or his battle axe.
Octopus eyes just staring at him.
Now, Alice, it's your turn.
All right. Is it assumed that the only one left is the one that Luke is on?
There is the 2 attacking Voss and the 1 that Luca is on. There's 3 left.
Okay. I'm actually going to go for one of the ones that's attacking Voss.
Okay.
If possible, I'm going to try and what's it called? Oh, I
Pincer.
forgot the word. I'm
Touch the
sorry.
tip?
Kneecap.
Not touching the tips. It's the thing where you can. There's one player here, one player here. The bad guy's in the middle, and you can draw
Oh,
a line,
flank.
and that's flank. Thank you. Sorry, words. That's a thing that never escaped my mind. So I'm gonna try and get
Flank.
flanking.
You're gonna flank him.
I'm gonna flank him. Flank. Which
Sounds
I
like a new
believe
TikTok
it's a
challenge.
+1, I think.
No, it gives you advantage in my games.
Oh, advantage works for me. I'll take all the advantage I get. All right. And that's a 18.
Yeah.
I want a flan.
That's a 9 for one of those guys.
Oh yeah, you do some heavy damage to him.
Every single time, I also imagine like Ghost Lady is just like throwing a no, just leave me be. I can't.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
like,
she's just
Ugh.
shouting the whole time.
well, you two just give it a break.
All right, and that brings us to Vaz.
Gonna go for the one that I
Semi-crippled.
crippled. Yeah.
Okay. Chop his other leg off.
Yeah. Yet again, reckless attack. Winning to hit.
Yep.
That's
Good thing
going
you
to
had
be-
reckless. That was a 10 otherwise, or a 13.
Yeah. It's gonna be a total of 12.
So you, even though you're hobbled on one leg yourself, you are able to chop in such a way it goes upwards and cleaves the skeleton in two, and it is out of your way. You have one half-dead skeleton and a healthy skeleton where Luca is.
Okay.
Yes, a half-re-dead skeleton.
Okay. So yeah, the Vaz is gonna be left a bit of balance, ready to get stabbed once more.
Oh, you're getting stabbed once more. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That is a unnatural 20 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
So a total of 5 damage, cut in half, so 2.
Oh, I'm holding. I'm not as low as I was moments ago.
You're holding out for a hero. And
Yeah.
Skeleton Boy is gonna try to get Luca off him again. With an 18 this time.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yep, flings Luca onto the ground again. And Luca, it's your turn.
Am I taking any damage from the?
No,
Being
you're an
splat?
octopus.
Okay.
You're just hitting the floor and making a
Yeah,
So I need to
screaming
find
sound.
this. I the one thing I'm trying to do I haven't been able to do, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna wrap him around with the tentacles,
Okay.
and that is gonna be a 12.
12 is not gonna hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it sidesteps you as you try to climb up it again. But that gives Thunk a chance, or Thud. Oh, Thump. Oh my, I gave him like 4 different names just then.
Onomatopoeia.
Thumpy Wumpy.
Onomatopoeia. It's your turn.
All right, he rolled a 14 to hit. And
Nice.
And he's gonna whack it for. That's for 9 damage. He almost cleaves it in 2, but not quite. And Ellis, there is 2 half re-dead skeletons. One's right in front of you. The other one is kind of off to the side with Luca. You see an octopus on the ground flailing at it. Ellis, you're muted.
Forgot what my name was for a minute there. I'm losing it. Yeah, I am going to go for the one that's going after Octoluca.
Okay.
And no advantage, I think, on this one. I don't think.
No.
I don't think there's any more advantages. Okay, cool. That's fair. And 18 once again.
18 hits.
All right.
Nice.
Even if you roll 2 1s, you're gonna kill it.
Well, I rolled an 8 and a 3, so that's 11.
Oh yeah, that definitely murders this particular skeleton. There is just one skeleton left, and Voss, you're in front of it. What are you gonna
go
do?
for it. The thing I do, I take the sword from one side, and with all my might,
Yeet!
just throw it from right to left. Doesn't matter how open I leave myself for an attack. That's gonna be a total of 20,
Yeah.
and that's going to be a 10 slashing.
Yep. Once again, you cleave up the center of it, and there are no more skeletons, but the sword kind of leaves Ellis's hands and floats towards the ghost.
Oh,
And as it does, you feel a rumble under your feet. And I have to read for a second. I apologize.
that's fine. We'll just faff here. Actually, I'm gonna just, as much as Ellis is not huge a fan of invertebrates, is just gonna go to collect and pick up Luca as best she can. Just like, okay, come here. Oh, oh, gross. Oh, gross. Okay, I got you. Oh, God, I got it. Just like has her in a heap in her arms, like
Like, ew.
like one eye looking at her, like,
One of the tentacles just comes up and
oh God, oh God.
Just slightly tentacle. So the sword shouts out to you. She's repenting. And she's bringing this temple down with her in the process. The walls begin to shake. Leave quickly and thank you. And
Oh shit! No way! Thank you for repenting and trying to bring this whole place down.
yeah, I mean, everything is beginning to crumble. And there's dust over your head. There is no storm blocking you from going across the bridge again. But yeah, you know this place is starting to not be a good place to hang out.
Quickly,
Well, 23 skidoo. Let's get out of here.
using the sword as an improvised crutch, start going, then stop, 2 hops forward, go back for the rod, press it, and then continue hopping away.
Yeah, as soon as the sword said that, Thump went, Thump's getting out of here, and books it. So you guys do make it out of the collapsing tunnels. It wasn't super long, and they were collapsing from the point of of where you guys were at, kind of trailing behind you. So if you slow down, what?
The area with the treasure was also collapsing.
Yes, the whole tomb is collapsing.
Vance will stop a couple of seconds, look at it, and be like,
A rock.
Don't do it, hop along. Don't do it, hop along.
A
No, like,
small rock
look-
falls on your snout and just kind of you look up and you see that all the cracks in the ceiling are getting bigger and these bigger rocks are about to start falling.
it's gonna loudly shout, it's like just exit, frustrated.
So as you guys come out through this rock opening that you had gone into, you notice that the earth begins to settle and the big boulder cracks at the top and crumbles down into itself. And you notice that around the area that was all dead is starting to come back to life.
poof out of octopus form in Ellis's arms. My
Oh.
hero.
You're sweet, and puts you down.
Thump, you did it.
Yeah.
We're not out of the woods yet, but let's get out of here. As he leads you
Oh,
back
he means
to
literally. Okay.
Yeah, he leads you back to Baldur's Gate. And you see his mother waiting at the edge of town, just kind of nervously pacing. You can tell she's been pacing for a while. But once she sees him, you see this visible relief as his shoulders relax, and she's just like, "There you are, Thump." He goes, "I led these people through a tomb." And she looks at you all kind of like concerned, like, "I thought we had a deal."
Actually, Ellis is gonna kind of step in and just like, she's going to do. Hold on. She is gonna pull a deception.
Okay.
She's gonna pull a deception, just like, we did have a deal. Everything went just fine, just as planned. And that's an 11.
I'll give it to you. She looks skeptical, and Thump is looking at her like, "What do you mean?" And she gets distracted by Thump. She goes, "Oh, nothing, honey. Nothing." And he starts to give her this incredulous expression like, "Did you hire these people?" No. And then she's completely distracted from what you were saying. She kind of like looks at you and goes, "Get out of here. Shoot. Thank you."
She's just gonna like look back at Thump, just like make sure to tell her every detail. She will never know.
And I'm assuming you're going back to Cornerstone. Yep. So you make it back to Hattie, who is pleased to see you all return and gives you each your 75 gold. So you've got some money now. And Luca, your mom is waiting for you, arms crossed. She doesn't say anything, but she's there.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm going to run up like enthusiastically. Mom, it was great. Vas saved us and Ellis carried me out of the tomb.
She nods and looks over to Hattie. And they have this moment where they just kind of look at each other. And then your mom takes you by the hand, and it's time to go home.
Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
And this is where we're going to end our first episode of Cornerstone.
As she's leading Luca away, you see a small white furry ferret pop up underneath the clothing and like look and wave back at you guys as Luca's leaving.
That's awesome. So I'd like to first thank everybody who did donate tonight. It was awesome, and you did help the party, which was very awesome.
Thank you.
We run this game every 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be having Cornerstone again with a new little one-shot story for these folks. You can donate to affect the game. $30 actually has me draw a card from the deck of many things. So that could be interesting.
Just draw the whole deck.
No, not the
That
whole
could
thing.
be a TPK, or that could be 3 wish spells.
You never know. It's only for one
Who
member of
knows?
the party. It's for one member of the party, not the whole party. $50 does level up the party. Speaking of level ups, you guys did level up tonight. You are now level 3.
Hell yeah.
So you have 2 weeks to do that. And as for everyone else, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate the raid and everything else. Hang out with us in the future. We have other shows. Joe, you're better at wrapping this up than I am.
I
Please
have
take it
also the
over.
Thing if you, Joe, you go.
Okay. We have a very active Discord. You can hang out with us, talk shop, talk. We have clubs that you can join, video game clubs, all kinds of nerdy stuff going on in the Discord. Link is in the chat. Follow us on all the socials. We have Twitch. No, you're on Twitch. You already know about Twitch.
Facebook,
Twitter, Facebook.
Instagram,
TikTok even now.
too.
We
Oh,
have
wow.
a Kickstarter going on right now for a visual novel dating simulator
Yeah,
based
dating sim.
on popular TTRPGs. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
I am in. I am so
And
in.
the name
I'm
of it
trash
is-
and I love that shit.
It's Guildhall Masquerade.
Yeah, link is in the chat. We've got a free demo that you can play right now. It's a demo/prologue. It's free on itch. You can download it and play the demo. Introduce yourself to some of the characters, and then we do have the Kickstarter running. We got 20 days left on that, so check that out. And then we have other shows happening. What is nothing tomorrow, but Thursday we have Thrilling Thursday, and then Friday is Spirit, and then Saturday is Avatar. So join us for that. Rose, do you have anything that you would like to promote?
Boy, do I.
That's a good question.
You can catch me actually on any of my social medias at Rose_Bulbasaur. I have that both on Twitter and on Instagram, as well as on actually on TikTok. You can catch me at Rose Bulbasaur, no underscore. Currently, I think I've just set a date at this point. I have a second part of a Vampire the Masquerade one-shot that I am running and storytelling. It is called Dancing with the Duke. It is a VTM V5 Regency era themed vampire game that I'm very, very excited about. Part 1 is on Martlet Games' YouTube and also on the Twitch VOD on Martlet Games, but we'll be playing that live May the 7th. That's a Sunday at my time, 5:30 p.m. PST. And that is going to be lots of fun. That's going to be live and very, very excited. And all the players are really excited to finish up that game too. You can also catch me playing D&D on Friday nights on Vancouver by Night. I will be playing Elena Caldwell, who is a sorcerer of the dragon background, whatever one of that is.
Draconic bloodline.
Thank you. Dragon Bloodline. And she is basically Elsa, but mommier was a description I gave, and I'm sticking with that one. So come see the shenanigans of that. Otherwise, yeah. Also, creative partner with Martlet Games. And I'm doing games and stuff on Martlet Games. You should check out my posts and check out my TikToks. There might be some Molestmere. Who knows? We'll see.
Nice.
Take us out of here, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Stay nerdy, friends.